Conceived under a tree, born into poverty, raised by Umago, while my mother was washing and cleaning after someone else's child, my father mending someone else's garden. I had what I needed, not what I wanted. I failed to understand that my folks were working hard to put food on the table. I wanted more. Now I'm back under my parents' roof, fighting for the last slice of bread with my sister's son. At some point, my future looked so bright, now it's so oblique. I don't understand. Family, if I was to summarize this poem in just one word, I would say randomness. I think most of our problems as believers, they root from that. As a people, I was not going to make it just a myopic subject just for believers, but as a people, most of our problems, they root from randomness. There is no disciplined commitment to a particular course or program so that we grow. So as we continue with our discourse on commitment on steroids, I was looking at that. I started thinking about people who commit to go climb Mount Everest or run the Comrades Marathon. That what kind of regimen do they put themselves under? They have to change their diet, how they're going to spend their time, their weekly schedule, monthly schedule. So they put themselves under discipline. They commit to that particular discipline for that particular year, that particular course or that goal they want to do, to climb Mount Everest or run the Comrades. So I started thinking along those lines, what if we were to treat our lives the same way? What if we were to treat raising our kids the same way? When we commit ourselves for the next 10 years, 20 years, to say, how invested am I in my career? What courses do I have to do? How committed am I in the upbringing of my children? What must I do so that they succeed in the next 20 years, instead of just planning for the next 3 years? So I started thinking along those lines, that for me to reach the peak of Mount Everest, or to be able to cross the line when it comes to the Comrades Marathon, there are certain things that I have to do. For example, I need to have a weekly schedule. I need to have a monthly schedule that is measurable. I'll be able to measure. Because if I do not commit to that weekly schedule, daily schedule, chances are I might not reach the peak on Mount Everest, or I might not cross the line. So family, if we were to treat our spiritual walk the same way, so if there is no measurable goals put in place to say, by this time, I should be here, I should have this type of relationship with Yeshua Yamashiach. So the level of commitment, as in the previous video we indicated, it should be that of the peak. We should die to make sure that we succeed. We see this in nature, that God prepared for Adam, the universe, the environment that he is going to live in. So before God made Adam, he created planet Earth. So the planet Earth is conducive for Adam. So if we also want to succeed, we need to prepare and become committed to that. So that we prepare a conducive environment. We plan prior. We know that failure to plan is planning to fail. I thank you for everything.